Welcome guys, here we are today with a new project. This time is Fiat Punto 188 power steering motor. This is the one with the button on the dashboard that says city. There are two types of these motors. These ones are the older ones with the relays, and the other one is the one that doesn't have the relays anymore. Anyway, I can see that these ones were messed with already, because these relays are not supposed to be here. These ones they are, which this is the reference. Let me see if I can show you. Focus. Well, I'll put them. I'll put what this thing is on the description there. Anyway, these are going in there instead of those. So let's just start disassembling this. It's not that complicated. It's just fiddly. Just cut the glue underneath. As you can see, I'm cutting between the housing and the sponge there, the rubber gasket or the sponge gasket, this one, to remove. I can see this was glued with something else than the stock glue, because the stock glue is a lot easier to remove. Like this. Be careful not to cut the wires, obviously. Like that. We will use this later. Okay, now we are going to remove these wires here. My advice is to take a picture before, so you can see which wire goes where, and then we just remove this shrink tube here, like this. It comes out really easily because these are not stuck in here, that's why. Okay, now I'm going to use a really powerful soldering iron, or old school soldering gun, which it's really hot, to remove this solder here. Like this. Next. This. This is the perfect tool for the job. I found that after battling a lot with these wires in the past, but this works really well. Or any high wattage soldering iron. As you can see, the right tool for the job makes the job a lot easier. Okay, so it's out. All of these these wires there, the thick ones. Now I'm going to remove these 4 bolts on here. This, probably this one. Which is a T10. Put those to the side. Another one here. Grounding or shielding these wires here. And usually, yeah, there's one in the back here as well. Like so. The bigger ones go, or the longer ones go on these cross wires here, and the smaller ones go right, one here, one there. Okay, so we need to cut this tape like so. Be careful not to cut the wires underneath, of course. Like that. Just remove the hug. Yeah, that's it. These wires look like they're hugging each other. So now we can just pull it off, just like this. Like so. Okay, so this is what it looks like underneath. We are going to go ahead and desolder all these and put the new relays in, like so. So yeah, let's do it. So for this, I'm going to use again this really big solder iron that I have here, just because it heats up a lot faster with flux. Okay, so the welder machine, sucker, or the solder pump, or whatever you want to call it. Like so. I'm gonna take this one, then I'm gonna pause the video and take the other one. A little solder in those big welding points there. Soldering points. Most of the times these are only bad solders, you know, like they're cracked over the heat and everything. But sometimes this happens, you know, the relays itself, themselves, they just quit. Let's see if it comes out already. Almost. Go. Of course, this one didn't want to let go, but we can do it like this. Cool. Okay, so this is what this looks like under there, as you can see. So I'm gonna put this one, the new one, in. You can see they are exactly the same pins and everything, but these ones usually are not the correct ones. In fact, I don't really know these models. It might be, I don't know. So let's put these ones in. Okay, the thing about soldering these now is you don't want to make it the solder a lot too thick, otherwise it's going to rub in the motor when you put it in and you tighten it up. If the solders they protrude too much, then when you turn it, you will hear rubbing. So now let's just put some more flux to make sure every single contact will be perfect. Go ahead with our trusty old school soldering iron, which is really fast, works really well. There we go. So this one is replaced already, and it's the same size, same everything, but these ones are good and the other ones aren't, because they are giving some problems in the car. So let me just cut the excess here, like so. Make sure you clean this after, because you don't want any metal loose inside the motor, because the motor is magnetic and the fitments are really tight. Okay, so I'm gonna pause now. I'm gonna do this one for the sake of the length of the video, and after that we'll be assembling all of this back together. Okay, so we're done changing those. The relays, as you can see, these are the new ones. This is how it looks like in the back, like so. These were the old ones. These are the new ones. So these are the old ones here, which are 4117-U-Z, and these ones are the V23072-C1061-A308. These are the correct ones, I'm pretty sure of it. So now let's put it back together as it was and see. You have to squeeze this in. You have to squeeze these in like so and put it like that. I'm guessing it's rubbing. Let's see, where is it rubbing? Probably here. So where are my cutters? I'm going to get a file and file these down a little bit. So I'll show you what I've done and we'll be back in a second. Okay, so I took a file and took the sharp edges on top of these and they're all working perfectly now. Let's see, let's try. Okay, so I'm gonna hold these down. Perfect, no rubbing sound, nothing. It is awesome. So now let me put these ones. These are a little tricky because the motor itself, it's magnetic, as you can see, and it's going to pull the bolts. So yeah, okay, like this. You just hold it in place with the tweezer and bolt it down. This side the same thing. Excellent. Okay, so perfect. Now let's put the hugs back together. These have a place for them, like so. You will feel it, and well, when you have one of these disassembled, it's pretty clear what you need to do. I'm just showing you how it is in advance, so you can see more or less what you'll be encountering. So this one, these are crossed, so they really look like they're hugging the main cable, the main harness. Just a matter of putting it through the hole there. Okay. Now it's just a matter of tightening it up, like so. Now the fun part is to put everything back together as it was, like that. This one here, that one there. Okay, so it's going to be yellow, black, red on this side, yellow, first one out on the outside, black in the middle, red on the other end. So let's put some flux to these things. Now let's just go ahead and start doing these. So as you can see, we've welded everything. Now we are going to put some shrink tube over everything, at least the ones on the side there. Like so. that. Get another one on this like that. This is so we can be sure that they are not touching each other, because this is high current contacts here. I'm gonna use my hot air gun to close them, seal them. So the smoke you see is the flux. Okay, that's it. Okay guys, so let me just cut this one, no needs. Make sure nothing is touching each other. Okay guys, so this was the video on how to do this. Now I'm going to use some duct tape to put those wires back together. These ones as they were. Like that. And now we can go ahead and glue this back to its place. This will fit here like that, and the other one here will fit like that. Okay, so guys, here we go, here we are. This is fixed now, I'm 100% sure. These were the relays that were in there. These are common failure on these motors. Sometimes it's the relays, and sometimes it's the solder points themselves. In this case, the solder points were really okay, so I've changed the relays. Like I said, the relays, the correct relays for these cars, for these electric motors, are the V23072 C1061 A308. So yeah guys, this is ready. I'm just going to go ahead and glue this in place again, or maybe some double-sided tape, in order to, you never know in the future if you need to service it again. But anyway, this is how it's done. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope this video took some doubts or some uncertainties if you want to do this job or not. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So guys, please, if you like the video, please don't forget to thumbs up, and see you guys on the next video.